What I have here is the Infinix X-Band, Infinix on-take into the smartwatch space. Is it any good? I set to find out. This is a fast smart band from Infinix, and in the box you get the watch, a USB cable for charging, and a couple of replacement earbuds. First, let's take a look at the design and build quality. It comes in two colors, black like the one I have, and a brown one with gold accents. Its straps are made of leather and the central unit is metallic with a brushed finish. In my opinion, this band is quite beautiful. It's carved at the back to increase comfort when worn, and it feels very well built. Now, whether the straps will be durable in the long run is something I await to see, but so far so good. It has a power button on the side and two buttons at the base that when pressed together release the Bluetooth headset, which is something that I'll get to later on. Detaching it also gives you access to the charging port. You can pick up calls and listen to music using the headset as long as you're connected to your phone. It has a small touch display screen in spite of its large front panel, but I think that this is the case in order to allow more space to house the internal hardware. Let's move on to connectivity. To connect and control the X-Band, you need the X-Band app, which is available on Google Play Store and can be installed and used on any Android device. The app itself is quite simple, with graphics showing the number of steps you've taken, calories burned over a given period of time. As long as the X-Band is connected, you can receive notifications that you get on your phone. You can set which kind of notifications you'd like from the app. Since the display is so small, you won't get that much information on a notification, and only selected apps have dedicated icons. I actually liked the idea of this short notification because it allowed me to quickly judge if something is worth me taking out my phone or not. In terms of features, we have fitness tracking, the Bluetooth headset of course, and the ability to receive notification and reminders. The fitness tracker tracks your steps and calories burned, but I had a problem with accuracy. You see, the band couldn't exactly distinguish when I'm walking or when I'm driving. In many occasions, it would vibrate to notify me that I had achieved certain step goals, and yet I had not taken a step outside. Now, the detachable part, like I said before, acts like the Bluetooth headset for picking up calls or listening to music. In terms of call quality, there is a lot to be desired, honestly. First of all, the headset doesn't seem to be secure in my ear, and it's simply not loud enough. The person on the other side sounds muffled, which is not ideal in a loud setting. You can also listen to music using the headset, but I have no idea why you'd want to do that. So what about the battery life of the X-Band? It is not great to start with, but there are various things it does to try and mitigate this. For example, the display is not as bright, especially outside, but of course you can change this via the app. It also doesn't stay on throughout, so you can enable the flip wrist to turn on feature, which worked only half of the time I wanted it to and did it when I didn't want it to. Honestly, you can save much more battery by turning that off. Even when the display is on, it turns off after a couple of seconds. In spite of these mitigation measures and the constant connection to your phone, you will need to charge it at the end of each day, which is a hassle in itself. Remember, you just get the USB cable in the box. You would logically want to charge it using your laptop or connect it to your existing power brick to an extension cable. Do not do this. After trying these two options, I'd come back a few hours later and see no change in battery percentage. What you should do, however, is connect it to the power brick and then connect that to the socket. I honestly cannot explain why. Before you figure this all out, it can get quite frustrating. Lastly, I wanted to talk about its ease of use and how you interact with it. You have very limited points of contact with this band, and so you can be assured that there is a lot of learning that you need to do. For instance, long pressing the power button gives you access to launching a Find My Phone feature, which results in this annoying sound. Another thing is that long pressing on the screen allows you to set date and time and change the clock face depending on your preference. So overall, I am pretty impressed with what Infinix have brought out there with this X-Band. So the one thing that makes me cringe is its price. It retails for around 8,000 Kenyan shillings, which I think is overpriced. Now I say this because Infinix is clearly targeting this band to anyone who owns an Android device. They're putting themselves up in a very competitive space. We have the Fitbit that does better tracking. We have the Xiaomi Mi Bands. We have the Mi Band 1, which doesn't have a display, but it was a hit off the bat. What I'd say is that this is a good first try. There's a lot to work on over here, but they have something that's going on. My only quarrel with this is the price, the inaccuracy in step counting, and the problems when it comes to charging. So that's it for me this time. I have a lot in store for you. I'm working on a number of reviews. So if you want to keep up with that, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Comment below telling me what you think about this X-Band. And until next time guys, keep it Techweez. Bye.